Number two, as you guys know, Beyonce is a witch. She's a very powerful witch. She's heavy into African spirituality. She is a daughter of, I believe, either a daughter of Oshun or Yemaya. I go back and forth. I feel like it's Oshun though, but if I got it wrong, I got it wrong. But nonetheless, she's a high-ranking witch.
I want to talk about what that witch bitch. I was over there at White Rock just last night with my man. I took him over there and I said, isn't this lovely?
Very nice over there.
Never outside. Find me one picture in Dallas of Erykah in her lovely neighborhood.
In addition, Jag also suggested,
Welcome back to Juicy Reel, where the tea is always hot, the scandals never end, and the drama just keeps spilling. Today, we're diving into one of the wildest rumors that's been haunting Beyonce for years. And trust me, you don't want to miss this. So here's the deal. For the longest time, people have whispered that Beyonce doesn't just slay on stage. She allegedly practices some next-level, dangerous voodoo. Yeah, you heard that right. We're talking about spells, rituals, and dark magic so heavy that even people close to her have come forward with shocking claims.
Well, it's obviously they've been controlled by Satanism. I mean, I'm not really scared to say that. We all know Luciferians, Freemasons, and all occult knowledge that was drugged up from Egypt have now surfaced itself in American society. And if you actually dig through the raps, like as I have, before it was all about partying, popping bottles, but when you listen to it again with a new ear, obviously they're not serving the same most high God that I am. And that's what makes us enemies, that I stand for a completely different doctrine, a completely different nation, and a completely different truth than he does. I don't have any materialism attached to my spirit or soul anymore. I don't have...
And get this, it's not just random gossip floating around. Word on the streets is that even Erykah Badu herself is backing those claims. Now, I know some people might say, wait, should Erykah really be talking about someone else's voodoo? After all, plenty of folks have already accused her of being a straight-up witch. But think about it. Maybe it really does take one to know one. Here's where it gets really chilling. Beyonce's former drummer, Kimberly Thompson, didn't just walk away quietly. Nope. She straight up accused Bey of using extreme witchcraft against her. Dark magic, casting spells, and even some creepy stuff happening while she was asleep. Kimberly claimed her life was being messed with in ways that sounded straight out of a horror movie.
Fornication attached to my spirit anymore. I mean, I just got engaged July, so my life is completely different from how I was with women in the early 2000s. And I think that is the difference in itself of being involved with Rockaware has made me see something completely different, and knowing who his allegiance is with is not the Most High God. And we all know, Satan.
I think
She went and killed the girl cats.
Okay.
A girl went to court and charged her with extreme witchcraft. She was hypnotized. She was drugged. Beyonce came and she was in there eating on her and shit while she was asleep.
So now the question is, was Kimberly just bitter? Or is there really something darker hiding behind Beyonce's perfect image? Either way, this is some next-level spooky tea. Things didn't stop with Kimberly just talking. Oh no, she took it all the way to court. Kimberly actually filed a restraining order against Beyonce, claiming that Bey was casting spells to tap her phone, mess with her money, and keep her under constant surveillance. Can you imagine? According to Kimberly, this wasn't random at all. She said it was a full-blown campaign orchestrated by Beyonce to ruin her life. And Kimberly didn't hold back on the details either. She accused Bey of being behind her losing jobs, losing her home, breaking up her relationships, and even the heartbreaking death of her pet kitten. It's like she believed Beyonce was pulling strings from the shadows, leaving destruction everywhere she turned. But here's the twist. When Kimberly begged the court for a restraining order, the judge wasn't having it. Denied. most likely because all the talk about witchcraft sounded way too wild for a courtroom. But here's the million-dollar question. Was Kimberly just ranting, or did she really know something most of us don't? And if you thought that was the end of the dark allegations floating around the music industry, think again. Remember that lawsuit Chaz Mangrove filed against The Dream? That one took the scandals in a whole different direction. Chaz claimed that just days after she started working with him, he began pressuring her to sleep with him, saying it was just part of the process. Can you believe that? She even described a terrifying night at a studio house where she said The Dream locked her in a dark room and wouldn't stop aggressively hooking up with her until she told him she loved him. That's beyond messy. That's disturbing. The drama with Chaz didn't stop at that terrifying night in the studio. Her lawsuit went even deeper, with allegations that honestly sound straight out of a twisted movie. She claimed The Dream placed her in an Atlanta hotel, kept her under watch with his own security staff, and would flat out berate her unless she checked in with him constantly. That's not just controlling, that's creepy on another level. But here's where it gets even wilder. Chaz also claimed that Beyoncé's career wasn't just built on talent and hard work. Nope, she said. The Dream allegedly tied Beyoncé's massive success to something called a spiritual sanctuary they supposedly shared. According to Chaz, this was no ordinary bond. She said The Dream bragged that this sanctuary had serious ritual vibes and gave him a connection to Beyoncé stronger than even a marriage. Think about that for a second. He allegedly told her that their creative ritual sanctuary required total trust, with Beyoncé having to reveal all her secrets, every thought, and basically hand him the deepest parts of her mind. In return, he claimed that's what made him the perfect songwriter for her, saying he understood her in ways nobody else ever could. And if that wasn't jaw-dropping enough, Chaz dropped a bombshell. The Dream allegedly told her he was so close to Beyoncé that he even knew about her pregnancy before Jay-Z did. Imagine someone outside your marriage claiming they knew life-changing news before your own partner. If that's true, that's not just music industry gossip, that's scandal territory. Now let's talk about Larry Johnson, the man who was tight with Jay-Z and, according to him, had a front-row seat to what was really happening behind the glossy image of Jay and Beyoncé. And honey, Larry hasn't held back one bit when it comes to spilling the dirt on what he claims he saw behind closed doors. He said that after being away for about 5 or 6 years, he came back and started digging into Jay-Z's world. And suddenly, everything began to click for him. Larry claimed he figured out who Jay really is, why he says the things he says, and even who he's allegedly aligned with on a much darker level. Back in the day, Jay was all about partying, popping bottles, and living that flashy lifestyle, or so it seemed. But Larry swears that if you go back and really listen again with fresh ears, you'll hear something way more sinister. According to him, Jay-Z and Beyoncé aren't just playing around with flashy symbolism, they're allegedly deep into Satanism. That's not just controversial, that's explosive. And it's not just Larry saying this. Over the years, plenty of voices have popped up claiming Beyoncé dabbles in dark magic, using it not just to keep herself on top, but to sabotage other people's careers in the process. Some even whisper that her influence might have ruined more than a few lives, and those whispers haven't died down. To make things even messier, Beyoncé's performances and videos are packed with heavy iconography, the kind that fuels endless Illuminati rumors. And let's be real, her creative team knows exactly what kind of fire they're playing with by putting that stuff front and center. And remember when Blue Ivy was born? That moment sparked a tidal wave of conspiracy theories that still haven't stopped. Conspiracy theorists went absolutely wild after Blue Ivy was born, claiming her very name was proof that Jay-Z and Beyonce were tied to something dark and satanic. Some said that if you rearranged the letters of Blue Ivy, it spelled out a Latin phrase meaning Lucifer's daughter. Others pushed the idea that Blue was an acronym for Born Living Under Evil, while Ivy supposedly stood for Illuminati's very youngest. Can you believe how far people will stretch things? Still, the internet swore up and down that it was all connected. And now, adding fuel to the fire, word on the street is that Erykah Badu herself is allegedly out here confirming some of those same wild claims about Beyonce. But here's the twist. A lot of people think Erykah should be the last person throwing shade about voodoo and rituals because her own name has been tangled up in spiritual controversies for years. Jaguar Wright once even accused Erykah of keeping the placentas from babies as part of some kind of ritual, a claim that had everyone raising their eyebrows. But here's the official story. Erykah got her doula certification back in 2011 and later revealed in 2015 that she was training to be a midwife. Since then, she's been helping women through childbirth, calling herself part of the welcoming committee. When asked why she does it, Erykah said, "It just kind of happens. I don't plan how many people I work with. I don't charge anything. I just enjoy it." Sounds harmless, right? But Jaguar swears that all that talk about certifications was nothing more than a cover-up for whatever Erykah was really doing behind the scenes in the name of being a doula. And if Jaguar's telling it, then the situation gets way darker than what's on paper. To make things even more twisted, Jalen came forward saying that Summer Walker's management team allowed the most ridiculous things to happen to her. Things that sound unbelievable until you hear the details. According to Jaguar Wright, things with Summer Walker got downright disturbing once she was sent to Erykah Badu. Jaguar claimed that while Summer was with Erykah, she wasn't just getting spiritual guidance, she was allegedly having spells cast on her, hearing chants about graves, and dealing with Erykah supposedly keeping the placentas from her babies. And Jaguar didn't stop there. She insisted Erykah didn't just keep Summer's placentas, but that she's kept the placenta of every single baby she's ever delivered, including Teyana Taylor's child. That's a chilling accusation if true. But Jaguar wasn't done with the witch talk either. She painted a picture of Erykah as someone who avoids the outside world, saying, "Go ahead and try to find a picture of Erykah outside enjoying her neighborhood. You won't. Witches don't like being out there in the light. They like staying inside, alone, in the dark." Now, whether you believe that or not, it added even more fuel to the idea that Erykah's whole lifestyle is wrapped up in ritual energy. And then came the darkest claim of all. Jaguar suggested that Erykah may have even been connected to the death of Daniel Jones, hinting at some kind of blood sacrifice. Jaguar admitted she wasn't super close to Daniel herself, but pointed out that he was very close to her brother, which is why she says she knew the truth about what went down. According to her, there was no way Daniel would just OD out of nowhere. If you put it all together, the picture Jaguar painted wasn't just controversial, it was straight up terrifying. Allegations of witchcraft, sacrifices, and secret rituals. That's the kind of stuff that keeps people whispering for years. Now, people love to say Jaguar just stirs the pot, but she's not the only one calling Erykah out. Rapper Glasses Malone once shared a story that shows just how deep this witch talk goes. He said the first time he saw Erykah, he was instantly drawn to her, like crazy attracted. But before he could even make a move, Birdman himself stepped in and told him to chill out. Birdman allegedly warned him straight up, "Don't go there, she's a witch." That's some next-level warning right there. And the thing is, Erykah hasn't exactly run from the label either. If anything, she's leaned into it. Back in 2016, she dropped a playful promo video while hyping herself up for the Soul Train Awards. It was all fun and quirky until one of her Facebook followers jumped into the comments with a bold take. They wrote, "I've always enjoyed her music and eccentric style, but that's a witch hat. And any other celeb who wears it does it to serve that purpose plain as day. Can't be down with that aspect." Now, most celebs would ignore a comment like that, right? Not Erykah. She clapped back immediately with a response that shocked everyone. Her reply? "I'm a witch." Just like that. No hesitation, no explanation, just owning it. And you can imagine how that one-liner sent the rumors flying all over again. On top of that, men who've been romantically linked to Erykah in the past have admitted there's something different about her. An energy, a pull, something they can't even explain. Some say she changes the men she dates forever, leaving them altered in ways that feel almost mystical. And those men aren't exaggerating either. Just look at her dating history. Everyone remembers how Andre 3000 was never the same after Erykah. People still say that once he fell for her, his whole style, vibe, and even his music shifted into a whole different zone. Then there was Common. The moment he and Erykah split, he admitted he was left heartbroken and completely changed. He even said in interviews that he had trouble moving on, almost like she had cast a spell that lingered long after the breakup. And it doesn't stop there. Jay Electronica also fell under her spell, and many in the industry whispered that Erykah's influence on him was more powerful than anything else in his life. The pattern is hard to ignore. Men who date Erykah walk away altered, transformed, and sometimes broken. It's no wonder so many people in the game keep pointing at her with that witch label. But here's where it gets even more jaw-dropping. Erykah herself has joked about having that kind of power. She once said her energy is so strong that it leaves men changed forever. And let's be real, when the very person at the center of all the rumors starts leaning into it, you can't help but wonder how much of it is really a joke. The streets call it the Erykah effect, that once you fall for her, you never truly walk away the same. Whether it's magic, energy, or just her aura, the men who've been with her don't deny it. And the public eats it up every single time. And the craziest part? This so-called Erykah effect has turned into straight-up legend in the industry. Some people whisper that it's not just her charm or beauty. They claim it's something way deeper, something spiritual, maybe even supernatural. Men step into her life full of confidence, swagger, and control. But when they walk out, they're different. Some lose direction, some spiral, and others admit they've never felt the same since. That's not just influence, that's power. And it's not only the men speaking up. Fans and critics alike have said that Erykah's aura feels magnetic, like she's pulling people in with a force they can't resist. Add that to her public admissions, her cryptic comments, and her straight-up "I'm a witch" response, and it's no surprise the rumors never die down. In fact, every time she posts something mysterious, folks on the internet go wild connecting the dots, saying she's hiding her magic in plain sight. But here's where it ties back to Beyonce. The fact that Erykah is now allegedly co-signing some of those same rumors about Bey dabbling in witchcraft makes the whole story even messier. If the woman who openly embraces the witch label is hinting that Beyonce might be moving in the same circles, whew, that's a scandal with no end in sight. So what do you think? Is this all just wild gossip? Or are we seeing glimpses of something the industry has been trying to keep hidden for years? One thing's for sure, these stories aren't slowing down anytime soon, and the connections between Erykah, Beyonce, and all these dark claims are only getting louder. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button to Juicy Reel so you don't miss the next jaw-dropping twist in this saga. Because trust me, the tea is only going to get hotter. And here's where it gets even wilder. For years, there's been a conspiracy theory that Erykah gives her partners some kind of mysterious passion fruit that leaves them hooked for life. And while nobody's ever confirmed it, the stories keep circling, and honestly, they fit right into her legend. But then in 2020, Erykah herself cranked the rumor mill into overdrive when she dropped a fragrance, one she claimed was designed to smell like her own private parts. And get this, it sold out within minutes on her online store. Minutes! Fans couldn't throw money at it fast enough. When asked why she created such a product, Erykah's explanation only made things crazier. In her own words to BET, she said, "First of all, I'm Erykah Badu. Secondly, in this industry, it's a legend that my box changes people. It changes their influences, their religion, their politics, and everything else. So that's why I decided to do it. I feel like everybody deserves it." Can you imagine saying that with a straight face? And if you thought that was shocking, wait till you hear how she told 10 magazine about the actual ingredients she used for the fragrance. According to her, she took several pairs of her panties, cut them into pieces, and then burned them, ashes and all, as part of the process. Who does that? That's not just eccentric. That's straight-up ritual energy. So maybe, just maybe, Erykah's not warning about the dangers of witchcraft because of what Beyoncé's allegedly doing, but because she's deep in it herself and knows exactly how powerful it can be. As for me, I don't even know what to believe anymore. But what about you? Do you think any of these witchcraft allegations around Beyoncé and Erykah Badu are real or just smoke and mirrors? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Juicy Reel for more scandals too hot for the mainstream.